Hi, this is David, and in this video I'm going to demonstrate how to set up what we call a NAT reader in Omni. That's where you've got a reader in, let's say, a private home or even in an office with a local network with a local address, and you've got an Omni server in the internet somewhere, and you want them to communicate, and you want the Omni server to monitor that reader within the local network. The process is going to be to first configure the reader in the local network using a laptop on the local network, running Omni, and then give it what we call a remote server address. And that would be the address, the internet address of the Omni server running either hosted on the internet or with an internet address by configuring a NAT table inside that network. In any case, you've got a static address of an Omni server somewhere on the internet. Once that's done, we're going to go into the Omni server on the internet and then add or enroll what we call the NAT reader, and then it'll operate as normal. What's going to happen is once the reader in the home is configured with the remote, it will start sending supervision messages to the server on the internet. The server on the internet will then display those addresses when you add and enroll a new NAT reader. So let's go and demonstrate how that's done. First, we'll open up the EV2 client on the laptop in the local network. Here we are in the EV2 client on a server or laptop running in the local network. It's running just for the purpose of configuration of the reader or the ELC controller. Once that's done, then we could remove that laptop. It's no longer needed because the reader or ELC will then be communicating directly with the server on the internet. So if we expand our readers and we add by type as we would a normal, just check the IP reader or ELC. But now instead of doing now we are on the local network, so we add it as we would any other. We do a network scan and we add that, apply. So we should see that it is going to complete the initialization. Got its internal IP address, which would be a 192.168 address in this case, right? So that is not visible to the internet. And we then go into extended properties and set a remote server address. So 5.102.5. Let's see. Yeah, it looks good. We're going to leave the port to 7777 and hit apply. Once that's done, the reader on the local network will begin to send supervision messages to this address. This is an internet address, and I'd have a server, let's say a hosted server in the cloud, that would be listening for these messages. And now we're going to move over to the server on the cloud. I have now opened up the client to the server that's running on the cloud, and we're going to go into our setup and add a ELC. And instead of doing a network scan now, we're going to show NAT devices. And sure enough, we see this device showing up. It is that same MAC address that we configured earlier. And hit apply. You'll see now that we have a WAN address. That is the address that Omni is getting from those supervision messages as the source IP. So Omni is capable now of replying back to that local reader or ELC. And from now on, we are fully commissioned, and it is communicating with that reader, even though that reader is in a local network. Thank you.